And we're back. Favorites to win East Division. You go ahead and pick this one.
All right.
AFC first.
I'm just gonna roll through it. In the AFC, I will take the Bills, the Cincinnati Bengals. I will take the Tennessee Titans, and I will take Denver.
Okay. First off,
this isn't an argument.
This is not an easy decision. That's what I'm trying to say. When you look at AFC East, all those teams right now are undefeated. They all look good. Well, except Miami, I think, is the worst team, honestly.
Dude, looking at that Bills defense yesterday that completely turned Andrew Luck on his face. Wow.
I still think New England's going to win that, but it is not going to be easy. They will not get.
They're not going to sweep that.
They're not going to get like. They're not going to get like a top seed. They're not going to get like a 1 or 2 seed. They're going to get like a 3 seed, barely winning their division. That division is stacked.
Defenses in that division are stacked, and Tyrod Taylor looked impressive.
I don't think Miami's defense. I don't think Miami's that good a team at all. The Redskins are not a good team, and they ran all over them. They controlled the clock for like most of the first half. So
who won that game?
The Redskins lost.
Okay.
To be fair, you want to get into that right now? There's like 200 yards of penalties in that game. Redskins shot themselves. I'm not blaming the refs. Redskins shot themselves in the foot. They did stupid stuff, but if it wasn't for that, Miami wouldn't have won. But I just don't see that team. Miami's the worst team in that division. It's going to be New England, but the Bills are going to give them a run for it. The Jets just don't have a quarterback yet. If they had a good quarterback, I'd give them a shot because they have a little bit better running back and receiving core than Bills.
Their secondary on the defense is.
Oh no, that's the best.
That's the best part of their
defensive division in the NFL. That division is going to be a dogfight. I can't wait to see how that plays out.
Mm-hmm.
AFC North. Who's going to win it? After seeing the Ravens, after how bad their offense looked, I mean, their defense is still pretty good, but they just lost T-Suggs, so.
Out.
By default, Cincinnati looks like they're going to win that division because they have the best defense. Their offense isn't horrible. Andy Dalton actually looked really good yesterday.
He always looks good during the regular season.
But it's Oakland too. Yeah. Pittsburgh has no defense.
No,
the Patriots were starting 3 rookie offensive linemen, and they still only sacked Tom Brady like twice.
Yeah.
Cleveland Browns, I give them another year. They could do something because they actually have Manziel starting. I mean, he didn't look bad. He didn't do bad yesterday.
He can do better. He needs to calm down and get it. He's got that instinctual run thing. All he wants to do is run.
But he ran for like 50 yards.
I know, but he needs to settle down because he was running when there was still a pocket around him, and you don't run if the pocket hasn't collapsed. That's just an instinct thing with him.
Ravens have no offense. After what else? Unless Denver's defense is that good, which I don't think that's the case. I think Ravens just don't have an offense. Their best weapon is a 36-year-old, I think he's 36, Steve Smith.
Senior.
Yeah. So that's their best weapon. I just don't see that. They're not going to be able to throw the ball. That makes them one-dimensional in running. Forsett's a good runner, but there's just nothing going to happen. I don't see that happening. I don't see them being able to put that offense together. Unless they sign some guys, get some trades or whatever. Pittsburgh by far has the best offense, maybe in the NFL, but definitely in that division.
Yeah.
But they can't stop anyone from scoring.
Yeah, but since he's got the best overall team on both sides of the ball.
Yes, that's why I'm picking them to win it by default.
Next.
Wow, this one is a tough one. Because my heart says Tennessee or Houston. My mind says Colts, but after the way the Colts looked, maybe Buffalo's just that good.
I think Buffalo is that good.
I mean, you don't know how good Texans are. Texans that bad? Because Kansas City made them look stupid yesterday.
The only thing I have to say about Houston is it's continually. It's for whatever reason they got the defensive side of the ball down there set.
But they gave up 27 points in the first half.
I know, but then they've also had some of the best offensive weapons the draft and the league can provide. They cannot get it together on quarterback. They cannot get it together on quarterback, no matter what they do.
I don't think we talked about this last week, but if RG3 was a free agent, there are about 4 teams that would sign him in a heartbeat. He would go. Texans would sign him because they can probably use him as quarterback. Eagles could probably use him. Browns would sign him immediately because they don't have a backup now. All they have is Manziel. They have can't think of his name. That's not important. Damn it, it's gonna bug me. They have a third string quarterback they can they can reactivate him, but what's his name's out with a concussion for a couple weeks, right?
Yeah, should be. He should definitely have a concussion because you could tell he went blank as soon as it was helmet to helmet because the ball fell right out. Yeah. I mean, the ball literally just fell right out of his arm, so he was knocked unconscious.
And so.
Yeah, we went clear into another
division. If I had to, Houston's one of my favorite teams to watch in that division, but they have no offense, and their defense is it good? In Kansas City, is just that good? It's just better, or are they just bad defensively this year? Maybe I don't know. Maybe Jadeveon Clowney doesn't help them.
You have to make a pick.
Damn it!
You make me pick. You have to pick.
I'm thinking about it, and I wouldn't mind seeing the Titans do well. So my heart says Texans. My mind says Colts. So I'm going to pick the Colts because I do have them going to the Super Bowl.
All right.
They have a horrible defense. They need to fix that quick.
All right.
Chiefs.
Take Kansas City. See, that was easy.
Hey, that offense looked good yesterday. Did it not? We're going to find out this Thursday how good they are.
Well, yeah, it's a short week for Denver and Kansas City.
Yeah, so we're going to find out how good they are. Dude, Andy Reid is a good coach. They have 2 good tight ends. They have receivers now, and they have the best 1-2 punch in running backs.
I would honestly go as far to say after this week 1 extravaganza that Kelsey is probably the number 3 tight end in the league. That guy
after
really damn
how bad
impressive.
Jimmy Graham played yesterday, you can put him at number 2. Honestly, Jimmy Graham didn't play good yesterday. You can put him number 2
Did
right
he get
now.
1 touchdown?
I don't even think he got that.
I thought he got 1.
He might have. I mean, I'll look it up real quick.
Well, that's not important.
But I don't. This is my personal opinion on that.
All right, on to the NFC.
Okay. NFC East. Dude, this division's a crapshoot.
Philly.
You have one. You can have one injury and just dictate the whole thing. My Redskins aren't great, but they competed yesterday. They played hard. The defense was flying around. They were able to run the football. It's their stupid quarterback situation. What's going on? Kirk Cousins sucked.
They're not going to win the division.
They're not.
There's no.
But they'll make it competitive, and they'll ruin someone's chance at it. They'll win it. They'll win that game. Like last year, they beat Eagles to ruin their chance at winning the division.
They could ruin Romo's day. That wouldn't hurt my feeling at all.
Do what?
They could ruin Romo's day.
Giants. They still have Eli Manning, so I don't trust them. The
you
Eagles
can never count them out. That's what sucks.
Eagles. We don't know anything yet. We haven't seen a regular season. Preseason looked great.
I'm going in.
And then Dallas, they have the best offensive line. They lost Des Bryant. Their defense isn't that good. There's so many questions about it. If I had to pick right now, it's either Eagles or Dallas. I'll give Dallas the edge because they have the best offensive line.
Okay.
But you said Eagles? It's up in the air, man. One injury can change all that. Des Bryant injury could make them lose 3 of their next 4 games, and then they don't have a chance because the Eagles are on a tear or whatever. You know?
I'll still take the Eagles. I'm gonna have to stick with the Packers on that. I don't think Detroit's got enough in the tank to take a division this year.
I think Packers, but the only team I think is gonna give them issues is the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
They got AP back. They have a decent quarterback, so they can't load the box up on them.
Mm.
The defense is still always been pretty good.
Yeah.
And then you add, they have a couple receivers. You have Cordell Patterson, Mike Wallace. If they use them right, they could be electric.
They could be dangerous. Yeah.
They could be dangerous. Oh, this is
like if you would
pick your poison, man.
Well, just honestly, hand me a division and be like, Chad, how do you really feel about this division? Like, I really don't care. Like, if those teams weren't there, I would not.
Like, you could,
any of them.
if you moved,
I would not move these 4 teams out into other divisions and create another division with 4 other teams.
If you move like the Redskins into this division, they have a chance to win it. And they're not very good. That's the thing. You can move the Redskins into that division right there, and they have a chance to win.
Well, this is a division that everyone had a losing record last year.
Yeah, I think what's his name was 7-9-1, and they won the division. And they got a home game. Freaking home game.
That was last year. We can call it.
Okay. If I have to pick up Tampa Bay's nothing. They look god awful, and I don't blame Jameis Winston. I just don't think that team's any good. They didn't even have Mike Evans. so that didn't help him either. His big target. Saints, they have no defense. Carolina has no offense. They have
Atlanta
a good defense.
No defense.
What?
Atlanta has no defense.
We really don't know that yet, but
I'm gonna get. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna take Atlanta.
The safe pick here would be the Panthers. That's the safe pick.
I don't like safe.
I'll just take the Panthers.
You take Carolina?
Yeah, I think my heart says Falcons. My head says Panthers.
In the West. Ooh, wow.
This is. There are so many divisions that it's just up in the air.
This one's really up in the air though.
Let's see. Let's scroll down. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see. This division up in the air. This division not so much, but the second place is up in the air. This division completely up in the air.
Yeah.
This division up in the air, except for 49ers.
They're out. You just write them out now. They're done.
We'll see.
They're done.
I think they're done too.
They're done this season.
I still think the Seahawks could win that, but my God, did the Rams look good?
St. Louis has all the right weapons in all the right places, and the rest of the world can scoff all you want. Nick Foles was a wonderful pickup for that team. Wonderful pickup.
Oh yeah, why would anyone scoff at him? He's 14-4 as a starter.
A lot of people were like, "Oh, it's Foles." It's like, no, yes, it's Foles. Yes, the same Foles that literally 2 years ago handed the Oakland Raiders a suitcase and told them to get the f off the field because he was going to throw 7 touchdowns. That Nick Foles. And that guy has a lot of that in him. And now that he's playing on the West Coast where it's sunny and pretty for most of his games, I think there's going to be a lot more of that.
I think you have a little bit of a different issue here, too, because he's a pocket quarterback, and he ran a spread, running type offense, and he was still successful at it.
Well, now.
No, last year.
Yeah, I know, but now he's in a...
Now he's in a more, I'm a quarterback,
conducive to his playing style.
Guy type of situation. So I think he's going to do... God, that's another division that's a crapshoot. Because Arizona looked really good with Carson Palmer.
Yeah, they did.
Carson Palmer looked really... And they are they've only lost 4 games when he starts in the entire time he's been there. He's a good quarterback.
If he can stay healthy.
If he can stay healthy. Obviously, any of these are crap or just out the window if anyone's healthy. You get a major person healthy.
Carson, give John Brown the ball more. Just throw it to him all the time. That would be one.
No, give Ellington the ball.
No,
that guy.
John Brown. John Brown. Give it to John Brown.
Seattle, you know what? They're still going to win this division. All you got to do is get Cam Chancellor back. That was stupid. Why don't you just pay him his money? What?
Why is he being so damn greedy?
What do you mean greedy? They took care of everyone else in that defense.
He just literally he's got 3 years left on his contract, and then he turns around and says, "Oh, more money now. I changed my mind." Sit there. Seattle.
I thought it was 1 year.
No, he has 3 years left on that deal.
Okay, in that case,
Seattle's doing the right thing. You sit at home, son. You think about it.
In doing that, their defense looked really chaotic and out of sorts. One more piece of cheese.
One more piece of cheese.
That's delicious in my damn mouth.
Constipation in a bag.
I thought it was 1 year.
No, yeah, 1 year. Got 3 years left on his deal. Fuck him.
I agree with you.
Fuck you, Cam Chancellor. You're being greedy.
I completely agree with you. Now, the rest of his team doesn't feel that way because Marshawn Lynch said he'll set up next game if Cam Chancellor's not signed back. So
quit spending your money on gold and dumb shit. Then you probably have some.
Maybe.
Dumbass.
Probably.
All right.
So
I'm gonna take Chancellor.
Okay, those are our division winners. We're not gonna jump ahead to anything. What's your pick to go to the Super Bowl or AFC Championship game, NFC Championship game? You got to pick it right now.
Are you gonna don't make me pick wild cards?
Don't worry about wild cards. Just pick your AFC Championship game, NFC Championship.
Okay.
You already got your division winners, so we got those 4. So that's fine.
Okay, the AFC Championship is going to come down to.
Buffalo to me will be a wild card. I shall have New England win that division.
I was taking Buffalo and
Colts.
I don't know because I have a feeling that the Tennessee Titans could be a wild card team that come out and do it all.
I don't think so. Not in Mariota's first year. I mean, we'll see. We'll see because maybe Mariota actually. I think he's going to play Bill sometime this year. So we'll see how that plays out.
I don't know though, man, because they really shut down Andrew Luck big time. Buffalo looked really freaking impressive.
Chiefs look impressive too. So I'm contemplating that right now. I'm thinking Chiefs Buffalo, or Chiefs Patriots, but I gotta see more out of them.
You know what? I think I'm gonna take Buffalo and Indy for the AFC Championship.
What I think is gonna happen is you're gonna end up with the Patriots and Buffalo at opposite ends of the wild card of the AFC bracket, right? You're not making a kid. No. You're gonna have Buffalo and New England at the opposite ends, and someone's gonna upset Buffalo just because they don't have any playoff experience. I think that will be a factor. And you know as well as I do that Rex Ryan just for some reason can't get over that hump. Like he did.
What the test of that will be Buffalo's first night game when they're not regional. They are literally clear across the nation. And they're under the bright lights. And it'll be the same thing that happens with Dalton. We'll be able to see if Tyrod can stand up to the pressure or not.
I like Tyrod personally. I thought he played great in preseason. He deserved to start. Cat, stop it.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying that's the true test. You see how they do on the big stage. Mm-hmm. And if they waver a little bit, then you'll be able to get a feel for them in the playoffs. I'm not saying a solid no of the playoffs, but you'll be able to get a feel. Well, I don't know. Maybe this guy might choke a little bit. Being under the bright lights at night changes everything.
I think due to lack of experience, the Bills will lose the game before the AFC Championship game. So I got New England. I'm going to stick with it. New England, Colts. New England will probably beat the Chiefs. Damn. I don't want to pick the Chiefs, though, because they run the ball really good.
Well, too late.
And no one can stop them except for the Bills. If they're up against the Bills, they're done. But
too late. Green Bay.
Yeah. Green Bay and Seattle.
Back to that again. I'll take Green Bay and St. Louis then. I'll take the same division.
I'm going to go same reasoning. Green Bay experience. And you have Seattle experience. I think that St. Louis will make the playoffs, but they'll lose due to lack of experience in the playoffs.
I think St. Louis has.
Foles helps that, but you have guys that have not played in the playoffs ever.
I think St. Louis finally has Seattle completely figured out. I think St. Louis is going to go 2-0 against Seattle this season.
They had nothing last. Well, they haven't figured out last year, to be honest. They beat them. They split with them once.
But now they've got adjustments. They got a solid running back. They got a solid quarterback.
You also have an issue where the defense wasn't able to adjust because Cam Chancellor was on the field to set everyone up where they needed to be. They went over that on NFL Network this morning like crazy. Every time, last year to this year, when people lined up a certain way, Cam Chancellor would move people around, would send the linebacker over here, and just put everyone in a perfect spot to be the best possible defensive outcome. And they showed last night or yesterday that didn't happen. He didn't have all that, and that's why it was so easy for St. Louis to move the ball, to get good running lanes, to have guys like wide open and uncovered. So if you get Cam Chancellor back, that's going to be a game changer for that. I mean, I do think Rams are going to give him a run for their money, but I don't think it's going to be as simple as it looked yesterday.
I'm still taking it.
I mean, think about it. Without Cam Chancellor, they still only beat him by 3 in overtime.
I'm still taking it.
Okay. And then, so who you have winning and then going to Super Bowl? What's your Super Bowl?
I want to take Green Bay, and I want to see Buffalo.
Green Bay and Buffalo.
Yeah. Now,
it's a good look.
Knock my Buffalo all you want, but when I was growing up in the early '90s, it seemed like Buffalo was in the Super Bowl every freaking year.
They were, because they were in it 4
years. Every freaking year losing. Every year losing. Like I said, that was Buffalo's calling card.
I think
we go to the Super Bowl, but that's it. And it probably will. But I still want to see it.
I think it'll be Colts and the Seattle Seahawks.
Winner.
I have Seattle winning the Super Bowl.
I'll take Green Bay.
Seattle will win the Super Bowl. Every year the Colts get a little better. They get to the playoffs, lose first round. Get to the playoffs next year, they win the wild card game, get to the second round.
Bucks third year or fourth year?
Now this year he gets all the way. Last year he got all the way to the AFC Championship game and lost to Tom Brady. This year I have him getting one step further to the Super Bowl, but losing it. And then next year they finally realize our defense is horrible. We have to give him some help, or they actually draft a decent running back. Other than Frank Gore's not a bad running back, but he ain't gonna do anything against Buffalo. He ain't gonna be there the next 3 years either.
Frank Gore's a Band-Aid.
Yeah, he's a Band-Aid.
He's a Band-Aid on a really huge
on a
bullet wound.
Bullet wound. Yeah.
We'll just sorry. Yes, we did just quote Taylor Swift. Get the fuck over yourselves.
I didn't know.
Stop it.
Stop. You lose your man card. Hey, I've lost my man card for admitting things like that on here. You can
I'm
lose
wearing
your
fucking pink shoes. What man card?
Well, whatever. Mine's red, so. So that's my belief. It gets a little better every year. And this year, I think they're going to get Super Bowl, and he's going to lose, and Seattle's going to win their 2 out of 3. Because that team, you got to admit, when that team's on its game, that's the best team in the league.
Yeah, when they're firing on all cylinders, are amazing.
Oh yeah. And I mean, I would, you know how boring a Super Bowl would be if Buffalo and Seattle met in the Super Bowl. Oh my God, it would be like 6-3.
The final score of the game would be 3-0.
Yeah.
No, it'd be 2-0 because someone would get a safety, and that would be it. It'd be like, oh, kill me.
Can you imagine how boring that game would be, though?
What year was it? Was it 99, 2000? Tennessee and St. Louis. Oh, God.
That wasn't that bad. There was plenty of scoring.
I couldn't get into that game.
The greatest show on turf.
I couldn't get into the game. Kurt Warner and all that. I just could not physically get into the game.
What was the one I couldn't get into?
There's been a couple.
Carolina and somebody.
There's like a couple I've sat down to watch, and it's just been like, this is unbearable. Like, I don't even care. I don't give a shit who wins this game. The best thing that could happen is a bomb goes off in a stadium and everybody dies. Then everybody wins.
There was one as a kid I didn't like watching. It was Ravens Giants.
That's probably
so. There was a defensive just slobber knocker for the Ravens. Giants couldn't move the football. And I remember this is like probably the best 30 seconds in NFL history. To start second half, the Giants run back a kickoff return. The ensuing kickoff, the Ravens run one back and just took all the momentum out of them because it was like 21-0 at half or something, or 17-0 at the half.
Yeah.
And then they run it back 17-7. All right, we're back in the game, and right back out. And it just took all the wind out of their sails, and the game was over. It just felt like the game was over.
Oh. Speaking of ridiculous football, Schweitzer said he wants in on one of these, but he wants to be sitting off camera and he just wants to chime in. He wants to be like, I'll be Bomani and you can be Levitard and he can be Poppy.
Why?
I don't know. He doesn't want to be seen by the camera, but he would like to contribute.
You tell him if he wants to be in this, he can be on the camera.
I know. I told him he could sit in the living room and just listen to the whole thing and just scream something every once in a while.
No, let him sit right behind us. Let him be on the camera. Just saying. We need some guests, not celebrities, but guests. We need some guests. Like Malachi want to come on and talk baseball once.
This is Cole. He won the league last year. He's our celebrity.
How does it feel to be the winner of a $20 league?
Yay, 25. Okay.
Okay, that's our division winners.
That's everything. We took it all the way to Super Bowl, son.
Yeah, that's division winners and Super Bowl. We'll do NFL. We'll just run down through some games. Anything we want to talk about real quick. And that's our next topic. So